Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss the protocol called Internet Key Exchange Protocol, which is one of the security protocol at network layer. What is the main goal of this Internet Key Exchange or IKE protocol is to establish security association between two parties that want to communicate securely using IPsec. So last class we discussed IPsec protocol, which is a one security protocol at network layer, right? So those who want to communicate using this IPsec, before they want to establish security association. So we discussed last class security association establishment. So we can establish between two parties using IKE. So this IKE is comprised of two phases. You should understand. So the flow messages, based on that you can easily explain what is this protocol. It is a one important question. So the first phase is establishing IKE security association. Then after establishing this secure channel, the parties can communicate by establishing IPsec security association, right? So which is similar to, further we'll discuss security at transport layer. There the protocol called SSL protocol, so which is similar. IKE SA is similar to the session in SSL, and IPsec SA is analogous to SSL connection. Okay, next class we'll discuss that one. So which is almost similar. IKE to establish security association. After that we can establish IPsec SA to communicate between two parties. Clear? So which is used to communicate periodically cryptographic keys. So why we are establishing or why we want to communicate is, the goal is to exchange cryptographic keys, right? So then it is used for authentication, integrity and confidentiality. So you should understand here, this IKE protocol exists in two phases. We call phase 1 and phase 2. Either they can ask phase 1 or phase 2. Okay, phase 1 is, what is the difference between phase 1 and phase 2 is very simple. Phase 1 is generating long term keys, deriving long term keys, which is rarely and more computationally intensive compared to phase 2. Phase 2 is short term keys are derived for use between two parties. Okay, so phase 1 for long term keys, phase 2 for short term keys. Okay, before going to the phase 1, see here we have IPsec cookies. You know, right, in network you studied one identity card cookie which keep track of which are the users logged in for the system, right? To prevent DOS attack, IKE makes extensive use of these cookies. That is, one cookie created by initiator, like one Alice A, and the another by responder or Bob B. Okay, and this phase 1 also uses, already we discussed protocol called Diffie-Hellman key exchange, which involves modular exponentiation and which also generate this cookie, means a 64-bit integer called a cookie. Okay, so both will generate this. Apart from this cookie corresponds to particular IP address of that, and which will be how long it is valid till the session ends. Okay, so this cookie is used in phase 1. We'll see what is IKE phase 1. So phase 1 is to establish long term keys, and it is an authentication method for encryption hash algorithm together with Diffie-Hellman group, so which are used. So both parties authenticate themselves. How? The keys will be generated here: secret keys, authentication keys and encryption keys. So those keys are used for, you know, authentication is two parties, right? And message integrity. Integrity means no one should modify, and confidentiality we are achieving through encryption. Okay, so both phases uses this. And cookies are created in phase 1, which is to serve the purpose of IKE connection, and this phase 1 will be exist in two modes. One is called main mode and the another mode is called aggressive mode. You should be clear with, there are two phases: phase 1 for generating long term keys and phase 2 for generating short term keys. We'll see the flow diagrams, then it will be easy what is phase 1 and phase 2. Again, phase 1 have two modes. Okay, what is the difference? Main mode is having total 6 messages exchanged between two entities, whereas aggressive mode only 3 message. What is the difference? A simple difference. Main mode means 6 messages are exchanging by using this encryption or using Diffie-Hellman key exchange or signature, etc. Whereas aggressive mode uses 3 message exchange, means all the identities and keys are sent in clear, so it involves only 3 message exchange. That is a difference. You may get to explain phase 1 either in main mode or aggressive mode, or explain 2 modes of phase 1. Any type you may get a question, very important. So what is a motivation for introducing main mode is it will be hiding the identities, whereas in case of phase 2 phase 1 aggressive mode, the identities are not hidden, it are sent in the clear. Okay, so what are the 6 messages exchanging is, before that see, these are the keys that are going to derive. Key R is for root, key D is derived, authentication and encryption. Okay, just remember this flow of messages, so other things you can explain. What is main mode? IKE phase 1 main mode. So you can see, as we said, this is exchanging of 6 messages, whereas in phase 1 aggressive mode exchanging of 3 messages, right? So what are these 6 messages? And we have 3 diagrams here. One is A, that is pre-shared key. So we are using a pre-shared key between two entities, and second one is private signature key, and the another one is called as private decryption key. So these 3 diagrams says 3 ways. One is using pre-shared key, second one using pre-signature, and third one is using pre-decryption key. That is a difference. See, as we said, cookie is generated on both entities. This is CS stands for cookie generated by A, and security association. So we discussed what are the fields in security association last class, right? So before listening to this class, you see what is security association in detail. So those entities will be sent to B. Along with these information, what B will do, cookie generated by B and security association parameters will be sent by B. Then first method or first diagram uses this Diffie-Hellman key exchange. So it is computation of modular arithmetic G power A along with random number or nonce RA. Similarly from B side, and pre-shared key, so that key K is called a pre-shared key, that is established already between A and B. So where identity of A is sent to B with MAC generated, message authentication code, already we discussed through hash. So that is sent to A. Similarly from B, this is a security association establishment through sending identities not in clear to avoid from eavesdropper. The same similar way, only difference in 5th and 6th message here. Along with this identity of A, instead of MAC we have signature as well as certificate. Clear? Signature is a digital signature done by A along with certificate which contain public key of A. Similarly certificate of B, right? That is private signature key. Similarly the third way is private decryption key. So where see here the difference start from third message, where the keys generated are called key A, KA and KB, which are hash of this random number and the cookies, right? So here along with sending this cookie A and cookie B, here the RA will be encrypted using B's public key, right? And this G power A and identity of A is encrypted using this KA, right? Similarly from B and last some MAC will be sent using the same key. That is the 3 ways in case of phase 1 main mode, right? So how these keys are derived? See here, first one is, so all these keys are generated using pseudo random function. PRF is pseudo random function. This key R stands for key root, then derived, then authentication and encryption, right? And then what is this MAC A and MAC B? So see, first one is using pre-shared key. We have yes, Then random numbers. From these random numbers we use g power ab, and we have cookies. So then what about derived key is? Derived key is g power ab with cookies. Root is used in derived, and the root and derived is used in authentication with 1, and key ra, all those things is used in whatever key encryption, right? So similarly all the things are added up, that is MAC-E and MAC-B. So these are the keys that are derived in this main mode of IKE phase 1. Okay, so all these things are explained in detail here. What is message 1 and message 2, message 3 up to message 6. And the second part is aggressive mode. So aggressive mode involves only 3 messages. So the same thing, the only difference is these identities of A and B are sent in clear compared to first one, which also involves all 3 phases. See here, same thing, first module where we are computing this Diffie-Hellman key exchange, second it will be involving the signature, and third it will be involving those keys. The same thing, only exchange of the last 3 messages, you see those things are involved. That is only the difference. Identity of A and B's are sent in clear compared to the phase 1. That is a phase 1 in aggressive mode. Clear? Similarly, IKE phase 2. Phase 2, what is phase 2 is generating short term keys. Phase 1 is for long term keys. Phase 2 is for short term keys. What is a short term keys which are generated here is, so all the things are used similar to phase 1. The difference is MID, message identifier, means one of the hash algorithm is used, and then nonce, here we call it as NE and NB. Apart from other things are similar, IDA, IDB identities, and G power X is Diffie-Hellman key exchange, and MAX, which are only MID is different. So which is called as IKE to establish new IPsec SA, right? So then it is called as quick mode, and the same key. So all messages are encrypted using the secret key called as key E. Clear? So which is computed in the previous phase, right? So what is this MID is a 32-bit message ID, right? So that is used to establish the security association, right? So this is called as phase 2, that is an aggressive mode, phase 2 to establish short term keys. Okay, so this is all about, so you should remember the difference between the phase 1, phase 2. Phase 1 is to generate long term keys, phase 2 for short term keys, and phase 1 will have 2 modes. One is all the identities are encrypted or not sent in clear in main mode, and all the identities are sent in clear, that is in aggressive mode, right? So once we set up the security association, so IKE security association, then IPsec will be set up in phase 2, which is mutually agreeing the secret keys for authentication and encryption. Clear? So all these security association will be stored in a database, that is to know which entities are communicating, that is called as security policy database. So which stores all these information. So who is what are the fields are selectors, destination IP address, transport layer protocol, and this SPD index. All these things are stored in a security policy, that is called, what is security policies, all are stored in a database. Then we have virtual private network. Why comes virtual private networks here is, so these are working on this cryptographic technique. How confidentiality, authentication, message integrity, all these are achieved in VPN is mainly using cryptographic technique, right? You know how virtual private network works. You studied virtual private networks, which are site to site or well as remote access. It may be like intranet or internet, so where which is working as, so it may be used in your office or organization, anywhere can be used. So which are site to site and remote access, which are based on this cryptographic technique. Clear? So this complete the chapter of security at network layer. Okay, thank you.